might as well just say this now and manifest it. I want to open like homeless shelters and help felons get jobs, a lot of stuff.
That's very commendable.
But then I had to think about it like, you're right, because most people don't really like smoking.
Right.
Or 12 might be watching.
Right,
or you
right.
might be in trouble.
12 is not might be. 12 is definitely right.
I can't talk about like that being direct about it, but more so I tie a bow around it. You put two and two together, you'll be able to figure out if you from around the area, you'll know what's going on.
I go in the studio and I just let out however I'm feeling. So everything I'm speaking when I rap it's real, because that's how I'm feeling at that exact time.
Right.
I feel like with our music, it's more like personal. We rap about the stuff that we go through, and I say it's the majority, but outside of that, it's really just speaking things into existence.
K100 Radio. K100 Radio.
Sorry. MidwestMixtapes.com, the #1 website for Midwest rap. MidwestMixtapes.com. They promote and market albums, mixtapes, singles, and videos. MidwestMixtapes.com. They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities.
It's street anthems, bitch. Hey, come on. Music certified by the streets.
This your man DJ Will Money. Catch my mix show Street Anthems live right here on this station. I'm playing the hottest hip hop and R&B music. I'm also showing love to all the independent artists with the Indie Spotlight segment. So tune in to your favorite station right here. Let's get it.
Hey, yo.
Street Anthems live mix show.
Yeah, keep it locked.
Get live with DJ Will Money.
What's good? This is Kelby Cannon, publisher of Making It Magazine, here to let all my independent artists, producers, and DJs know about MakingItMag.com. Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connections. Just log on to MakingItMag.com. Sign up for your membership and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's MakingItMag.com. Doing dope stuff for dope artists. 10 years strong.
It's going down.
Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
You know the drill.
K100, you bastard.
Welcome everybody to the broadcast. Welcome everybody to this show. Thanks everybody for listening in. This is K100 Radio. I'm your host Blizzum. Thanks everybody for tuning in to the show. We appreciate it. Salute. We're back for another one of our direct line interviews, and we're live on the broadcast. If you're listening to this on K100Radio.com, or if you have downloaded our mobile app, or if you're listening to this on TuneIn Radio, we appreciate you. Thank you very much. If you're listening to this on our Spotify podcast, please remember to hit follow so you can get updates whenever we have new episodes come out. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, please hit subscribe. Thank you very much. Today we got another round of our direct line interviews like I told you guys before. And for this segment, we're going to be chopping it up with Blly Kahz, all right? And I'm going to bring him on the line right now. Hey, yo, Billy, what's good, bro?
What's good? How are y'all tonight?
Welcome to the show, homie. What's cracking?
Thank you.
All right, Billy, so listen, this is your first time on K100 Radio. This is the first time we've had a direct conversation with you, bro. So I'm going to pause the music real quick in the background. I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself to our listening audience, man. Tell them who we are, Blly Kahz, and where you from.
What's good, audience? How y'all doing? My name is Blly Kahz. You can find me on all my social medias at Blly Kahz as well. I'm up here hailing from the northeastern part of the country. I can't even say a specific state at this moment. I've been doing so much traveling and stuff, but I'm up here in the northeast. You can find me anywhere in Pennsylvania, Jersey, Philly, New York, anywhere.
All right, Blly Kahz in the building. Representing just all that stuff we just named out right there real quick. Thank everybody that may be watching. If you're watching live on our social media feeds on Facebook, or over here on the Instagram Live and YouTube channels, of course, thank you again for watching. Please share the live. We're here to talk about some stuff with Billy, and we're going to get to his music. But first, we got to get an in-depth look at what he's got going on. So tell us, Billy, you said you've been moving around a lot. You've been on the grind. I guess the first thing is, we got two songs that we're going to play from you. First of all, I got to say, sometimes I get a chance to listen to the artist's music before we do the interview, like, extensively. And just because it hasn't been that busy of a week for me, I had a chance to go to Spotify and check out the latest project that you put out. I think it was the Billy Tape 3, right? Is that the last one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I went to specifically to play the two songs that you sent this for us to air tonight. But I also just let it play in the background while I was, fiddling around in here. I like it, bro. It's different. It's different. I like it. All right. So
that's really a big key on what we try to do here is do things in a different aspect to where I feel like I could set myself apart from the rest of the artists blowing up right now.
Mm-hmm. So with that being said, what do you think separates you from everyone else? Like I know when people hear the music, they're gonna have to make that determination themselves. But what do you feel is the difference between you and a lot of stuff that's out right now?
My work ethic, realistically, like I know you're gonna hear that from a lot of people who is like, oh, I just work hard, but like my discography speaks for itself. You know what I mean? I'm very young. I've been doing this for about 3-4 years now professionally. So I've been like pushing myself to not only grow with every release, but to just see what we could do as far as footwork. I'm really big on the footwork and the networking part behind my career. So, like I told you, like you can find me in any one of these states. I've been doing shows all year up and down the coast. I've done a lot of traveling this year. I've got a chance to go visit Miami, Oklahoma, all types of stuff. So the groundwork is where I feel like I set myself apart, because a lot of artists aren't so keen on being able to play the background. I don't mind playing whatever role I need to play just to be successful.
All right, so, and because everybody has to have a team. That's what everybody doesn't understand. Like, nobody makes it in this industry without a team. Nobody does it dolo and get to the highest levels. It doesn't happen that way. And one of the hardest things to get people to understand is playing their role. Now, you said you've been doing a lot of shows. You named a couple places. Let me ask you this. As an independent artist, how are you getting booked for these shows? Are they like just opportunities that are set up for independent artists and you pull up? Are they shows that you got, through a booking agent? You said you're traveling. A lot of artists don't have a chance to do that. So how are you getting hooked up with all these shows up along the coast?
Realistically, it's just, again, groundwork, just sitting there networking, getting a chance to see who I can connect with. I have a wonderful manager, by the way, who's able to like really set me up with the best opportunities. So he makes my life 10 times easier than what it would have been doing this by myself. Like you said, it takes a great team. So with him, having him by my side and everybody who, I do have in my inner camp, we've all just been finding as many opportunities as we can just to see whether it's an artist showcase, whether it is something that I have to pay for a slot to go and do or whatever the case is. I've done my opening ups for, artists like PNB and stuff like that. So I'm learning myself to just take my time and everything will really kind of pan itself out, especially if you're doing things the right way.
And it definitely will. And you said that, in the same sentence, you're young, but you've been doing it for a while, all right? So you've been doing it for a couple of years, but you're still young. So let's talk about the evolution from when you first started to where you at right now. What's one of the what do you feel like is the number one thing that you've improved on the most? Like from the moment you decided, okay, I'm taking this serious, I'm literally gonna go to the studio, book time, record, and put it out. Where have you actually? What do you feel like you've evolved the most at? In what aspect?
Patience is definitely, I think, my top, change that I've made. I've learned that I don't gotta rush everything. If you want something to be, as perfect as possible, it takes time. So we've learned to really kind of dial down on the forcing out projects, forcing out singles, and pushing out at a rapid pace, and more or less doing it as what is going to sound the best when we are able to actually execute it how we want to. So I feel like that's the biggest thing for me, and just my purpose on making music. I feel like my direction at first wasn't really too clear, and I wasn't able to push what I wanted to push as far as message in my music the same way I am now. I feel 100% like I'm starting to finally come out of my shell as an artist.
Right. So what is the message when somebody dives into a song or they dive into a project, the Blly tapes or maybe the discography? What is the message? What do you represent right now? What do you feel like your overall message wants to be to your fan base?
No pain, no gain. That's like something that's always stuck to me. Shout out my godfather for that one. But he played a song for me by Betty White growing up. That was no pain, no gain. Mm-hmm. A lot of older heads understand that one, but that one stuck to me. It was something about the moment I heard that song, I really got the message she was trying to push in that, and I've kept that very dire to me and everybody in my team to push that same message. Like right now, it's about understanding that the hardships don't gotta make you. What you go through doesn't have to make you. You don't have to become a product of your environment, but you could change your environment to be whatever you want the product to be. You know what I mean? So with me being able to kind of be at that point in my life where I'm able to have that much control over myself and over my career, it's like this is the perfect chance for me to be able to step out of that, shadow of an artist and actually put myself in a spotlight to say, like, we know what it is we're trying to push for you guys. This positivity, this keep going forward message, this, head to the sky kind of message is exactly what we're trying to push now. And I think we're finally at the point where if you listen to my discography, it speaks for itself. Everything is self-motivating. This is stuff from how I grew up to the things that I've went through, relationship-wise, parent-wise, just everyday life with my closest friends and stuff, that we've got a chance to actually push out there to the public for you guys to now be able to play and be like, you know what, this is good motivation. This is exactly what I need to get myself out of the funk.
Mm-hmm. At this particular juncture in the interview, I'm not quite sure if Blly is the artist, the manager, the publicist. I don't know. All these questions are being superbly answered. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Trust me, Blly, I love interviews like this when the artist actually has something to say. And if you're a fan of this podcast or this show, that's not always the case. Unfortunately, we do what we can with what we have, ladies and gentlemen. We work with what we're given. This is Blly Kahz, all right? Blly Kahz. I keep saying it wrong. Blly Kahz. Sorry about that. Blly Kahz. And he said he's young, but he sounds pretty mature. Sounds like he got his focus. All right, so let's talk about the future. All right, so let me give you a scenario, Blly. All right, this next project drops the single, 2 or 3 of the songs, they go viral, they pop off. You get a couple of million views here and there on TikTok. Maybe somebody, some popular blog or something shares you, and all of a sudden, you're getting paid for shows. All right, this is happening within the next year. All of a sudden, you're not paying to get on the ticket. You're not paying to go to the showcase. People are trying to book you. All right, you're moving. Management gets a call. Warner wants to talk to us. All right, whatever label. They wanna give you a deal. Now it's gonna be a 360 because it's 2021. You know what's gonna happen. At that particular point right there, you have to make a decision. All right, do you keep going independently? Because right now, again, keep in mind, you're getting some paid shows. You're actually making some money off your music. You own everything right now. You're the master right now. You and your team. But you know what happens when you sign that paper with Warner. That changes. What are you going to do?
That's a great question, honestly. Honestly, amazing question. But to be honest, as cliche as this is going to sound, I'm going to do whatever I feel like is going to be the best for the team at that very moment. I've always been a team player. Again, I don't mind playing whatever role I got to play, and that goes all the way around. If that deal comes and it's really a life-changing situation to where I can do something to better not only my own situation but everybody's situation around me, and my manager Shaw tells me like, yeah, bro, this is our real best bet, and I do believe he wouldn't steer me wrong. If he tells me this is our best bet, I cold, hearted believe in myself that, yeah, I'd take that deal. I can't sit here and lie to you. But at the same token, is that really my focus? No. I've done everything in my power to make sure that me and my team and everybody I work with, we could do this independently so that we don't have to sit here and deal with any stimulations, any type of artistic caps or anything like that. I want to be able to feel as free in my craft as I possibly can. And with me, again, just getting to the point where I feel like I'm hitting my stride artistically, I'm not trying to allow a label to come in and really stimulate what I can and can't drop. I've seen what they've done to Bobby's career. I've seen what they've done to other people's career. I'm not going to get myself shelved. I'm not going to get myself backdoored, and I sure am not going to get underappreciated for the music that I feel like I'm releasing to the public. I take a lot of love and care in my craft, so it's like I will do what I feel like at the time is the best situation for us to move forward and to actually take this to the next level. But if I'm going to be thorough with you, I do believe that my team would tell me to stay independent. I feel like we believe 100% in what we're doing, and we could do this independent.
Yeah. So you think the team is going to be like, nah? You think, because normally in this scenario, honestly, it's like the managers and stuff kind of be like, yo, let's take the deal, because the more money that you get handed to off the top, everybody gets, the money trickles down to the rest of the team, and it's a bigger budget, and everybody can move a little bit more freely and relax and just focus on music. You don't have to go to work at your day job or whatever, and neither do they. They can quit and do it full time. It's odd that you would say that your team and your management will actually push you towards staying indie, when normally it happens opposite.
No, the reason I say that, and I'm again happy that decided to dig deeper on that. The reason I said that, though, is just because from an outsider's point of view looking in, if I'm that big to the point where things are going viral, you know what I mean? Few songs are getting those millions of streams, and I am gaining that label attention already. Mm-hmm. They're probably not the only label reaching out to me. You know what I mean? And at that point, it's like, what do I really need to stamp myself with a major label like that? Or is there a way for us to work out a better deal? Maybe we could do a publishing thing to where it'll work out a little better, to where I don't have to sit there and just fully listen to certain stimulations or be 360'd or anything like that. Mm-hmm. My biggest thing is doing what I can to keep every dime that I can in my camp as possible. I don't mind paying people for their services and things like that, but as far as what we're making, I'm trying to break bread as close to home as possible and not just be feeding a bunch of people's pockets who weren't along for the journey, and that's my biggest thing. So if we get big enough to where we're gaining that mass, label attention, and that audience is starting to gravitate towards my music in the mass sense, at that point, I've already done what I was supposed to do, and there's no reason that I couldn't be able to push myself to the next level independently, per se.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would say that too, and that's how you should feel. I feel like as an independent artist, that's the stance you should take, especially when you pointed out that, hey, we don't necessarily have to sign a quote unquote deal. A record, a deal. We can work out some distribution, and so I can maintain my creative control. I can drop what I want to drop, and you guys just kind of handle a little marketing and stuff like that, and get your money back off the end of that, which is not the same as a 360. Those everybody's situation isn't the same, but it's good to know that you can actually recognize that. Now, because some people are gonna go in there, and I asked the question because we have so many artists that come through, and you know this as well. You sound very intelligent. You know this as well. The machine itself, the big machine, you know what machine I'm referring to, the machine of the industry would rather not have to deal with someone as intelligent as you. They would rather not deal with an artist who actually knows what they're doing for the most part, because then you're going to go in there and start talking about another situation, and that's not conducive to the best way for them to maximize profits off the product that they put out, right? So, obviously, you're smart enough, I can tell, to know that that's not what they want. It's not what they're gonna want to do. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna say, okay, hold on, Billy, we're gonna call you back and we're gonna go find young whoever, Lil whoever, because he just wants to smoke blunts and you know, fuck with bad chicks in the VIP, and we're gonna go over there. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that though, because that's really my biggest thing, and I mean anybody who knows me really knows like that. That's been my biggest thing. Like I stand on my morals before anything else. Right. Any other person in a situation where I'm in, where, you know, especially I come, like the area that I started doing this in, such a small area. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When I first started rapping, there's a bunch of rappers from where I live, but it's like I live in such a small area per se that it's like you wouldn't even know us from a blimp on the map, even if I told you the area. You know, so it's one of those things. When I did my first 250,000 independently, stream-wise on SoundCloud, before all this platform thing really became super necessary, it was like, that's when I started to show myself, like, there's a lot of rappers out here who would necessarily, like you said, just want to be smoking blunts or doing this for the VIP, and they see those label names, and that's when they start jumping, because that's what they've always been fed. Oh, I need this deal. Oh, I need such and such to sign off on this. Oh, I need to be able to say that I'm signed to such and such records or this and that. You know what I mean? Right. And we're in the day and age where it's like, that's not true. The internet is one of our biggest friends. So if I can go viral on my own, what does this label necessarily going to do for me that I can't do for myself? And that's how I look at it. And a lot of them don't want to hear that, but it's like, they should kind of like that at the same time, because I'm not asking you for a huge budget as well.
Well, yeah. It's a give and take with those guys, you know. And I always, you know, when I talk to an artist and I feel like, okay, they got some pretty solid music and they got their head on their shoulders straight, I always post particular questions to you guys, simply because I look at it at an artist and say, you know what, this guy actually can make it based on. And sometimes artists I feel like are complete trash, and then they get on, right? Like I've been wrong. I've been wrong. You know what I'm saying? I've seen guys at open mics and thought they were horrible, and all of a sudden they're signed to some now defunct label, and of course they go viral, and everybody's like, "See, yeah, I told you so." I said, "Well, yeah, you know that's the game." All right, but when I talk to people like yourself, I'm like, okay, this guy really can go to a certain level in the game as far as, you know, the catalog, from the music that I've heard in the conversation, you can go much farther than most people I come across in the indie market. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens after that. But I pose these particular questions to you because I feel like, honestly, Billy, you may run into that scenario. And with that being said,
yes, sir.
It's time to get into the music. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip-hop and R&B.
The part everybody loves about interviews and about this show. This is K100 Radio. We're having a direct line interview with Blly Kahz, and a really interesting conversation about, you know, the mind, what goes on in the mind, what some independent artists think that you know, maybe on their way to the next level. So, you know, sometimes I think a central theme that you've been talking about over and over, man, you use the term team repeatedly. And I think that's why you're probably going to end up winning in the long term, because you understand one essential area that a lot of people just don't get, the team. And you use that term enough during this interview that, yeah, I feel like you're going to go far, bro. So listen, we've got 2 songs, man. We've got a song called You and Me and Karma 2.0. Those are the 2 records that were sent for us. So I want you to decide right now, which one of these records should we play for our audience first?
I think you should play them in the order that they drop on the album, so people could also understand the beautiful thought that went into these transitions as well. I think we should start off with You and Me tonight.
Mm-hmm. And you know, it's funny that you should say that because, well, that's I don't have I can have a longer conversation with you, Billy. Maybe you'll come back one day after you know, maybe you'll come back around because you said something right then that really piqued my interest, because it sounded like you put a lot of thought into your track listing, into the order and the flow of the project. In a time where there are a lot of people saying you shouldn't even be dropping a whole project right now if you're an artist. You should only be dropping singles. That's another conversation for another day. But I am a fan.
Yes,
I'm a fan of artists who feel like, you know what? F that. I'm dropping the whole thing. Because I can make more. I can make more music. I can make more music. All right? So listen. Here we go, Billy. I want you to give me a segue into this now. This one's called You and Me. Tell me a little bit about the song give me a little segue, and we're gonna drop into it. Go ahead, bro.
You and Me was a song that I wrote just on the whim of me trying to give inspiration out to my female audience. I want to show them that, you know, they're not by themselves, and I realized the work that they can do. My mom was an independent mom who raised me, so it's like I want them to see the things that they can do on their own. And I think the song itself definitely shows that itself.
All right, man. This is Blly Kahz. Name is Jordan. It's called You and Me. Let's get to it. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Oh, 1 second. 1 second. Hold on a second, y'all. The song. Hold on a second. Let me play it back. Billy. Hey, Billy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was. You know, it was an issue that when you guys sent me the file over earlier.
Yes, sir.
It was an MP4 file. I told them to send me another version, right?
MP3.
The MP3.
Yeah.
They did, and that's what I loaded up. But for some reason, that one's not playing. Now let me see if it's gonna have the same issue with the Karma record. Yeah. So it's probably how they converted them. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and rectify this while we live on the air. All right. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get it together. I always come with a backup plan. I'm just gonna play this stuff straight from Spotify. That's the only way I can.
Oh wow! Thank you. Seriously, I apologize myself for the handling of the matter.
I'm gonna just pipe it in from Spotify and pipe it in over here so everybody can hear it. All right. Let me go to your Spotify page because I told you I had it up. I had it up earlier. I just gotta pull it up real quick, and I was listening to it. I kind of had it in the background jamming. I was like, yo, this kid's got some pretty nice music. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up real quick. And I was like, pretty impressive, you know, because it did sound different. I don't know what I expect sometimes when indie artists send me stuff, you know, because, I mean, a lot of artists are copycatting off each other or want to sound like this guy or that guy so they feel like they can blow up or what have you. You know what I'm saying? But I was listening to it and I was like, this is different. I'm rocking with it. Okay. So I got the Spotify pulling up over here real quick. Can y'all tell I'm stalling to get this right? All right.
Yeah, but that means a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you because that is my biggest thing, is trying to isolate myself so I don't feel like another clone of somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I just feel like so many independent artists feel like they need to do that. All right, so this is you and Me, and the name of this album is called the Blly Tape 3. Is this like the third project, like the third in a series of them, or what's going on here?
Technically it's the fourth. If I'm gonna be honest, I dropped a deluxe for part one, but yeah, this is the third and hopefully the final installment of this series. Who's to really know what the future holds? But yeah, this one meant the most to me as far as transition, storyline, everything. I felt like this one was complete.
I could tell just by because now I can see the whole track listing, you know, just the names of it, you know what I mean, some of the names, you know, just, yeah, it looks like it's pretty interesting, some of the names. I could tell a lot by what the name of some songs is. Do I really want to go through this whole track listing? All right, official Kahz, Blly Kahz. All right, this one is called You and Me. Let me see if it's going to play. Oh, it is. All right, let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. This one is called You and Me, K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
You keep telling me the shit that you can do. You can do it if you just stick to the plan. Ooh, you don't gotta change a thing, you got a fan too. I just need you in my life, I swear to God, it's good. You and me, just stay true to me. You and me, just stay true to me. You stay dripping, think a nigga need a raincoat. You ain't never have a dinner that was paid for. You ain't never thought that you would have me well. I ain't never thought I'd have you, so I'm grateful. You stay trying to dodge a nigga, know the rain. Hanging with my homies, call me teaching you the lingo. They say it only takes two of us to go tango. I'm so glad we found some pleasure in this pain. Making sure to treat you the way you should be treated, 'cause I promise promise he won't ever get you back. When I say that shit, I really mean it. I don't mean to be conceited. You ain't leaving cause you got the boy attached. Giving me the keys and I'ma keep it. You was touched like a Leah. Tell me secrets, but you know that I won't leak it. You running through my mind without a breather. Found your sneakers, you're a keeper, and I need you. Tell them other niggas beat it. You keep telling me the shit that you can do. You can do it if you just stick to the plan. Ooh, you don't gotta change a thing, you gotta find you. I just need you in my life, I swear to God it could be you and me. You and me, just stay true to me. You and me, you and me, just stay true to me.
That one was smooth. That was so smooth.
K100, you bastards.
All right. K100 Radio. I am your host. We worked through that. We worked through that beautifully. And I got to hold on. Let me open Billy's line back up because and we also got a couple people that was on the phone lines real quick. Hey, yo, Billy.
Yes, sir.
What's good, man? I like that one. Like I told you, I like the production of that. Who produced that song? Who did the track?
Eam Triplin, actually. He's a producer out of Philly. He had produced I don't know if you know him, but he's a C-list celebrity. He just actually had his first breakout single last year. An artist named Snot's debut song, Revenge. So I ended up hearing a bunch of beats that he was making. At this time I had already used that instrumental. We had already did our business and stuff, but he ended up getting that placement and things really turned around for him. Shout outs to him. So it's kind of crazy how the energy you put into the world could really turn around things.
For real. I like the vibe on that though, for real. I think somebody wants to holler at us real quick on our phone line and maybe a supporter. You mind if I pause real quick and see what this is? I think it's maybe somebody that want to give you a shout out or something. Hold on a second. Over on the phone lines,
no
on the phone line, area code 602-332. Hello?
Hey, good morning. Greetings in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. This is Pastor Don Jr., CEO. Hey, shout out to you, Billy. I appreciate the whole. I was waiting for more music. It stopped so fast. I was like, where's the rest of the song? I wanted more.
All right.
So I'm very enticed. Thank you for what you're doing. Shout out to you, Blizzum. You've been holding it down for 10 years, so everybody know who you are.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, fam, for sure. All right.
That means a lot.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the next one. And it's kind of, excuse me if that audio didn't sound the best on Instagram Live because I didn't have time to adjust everything because I didn't think I was going to be playing it from Spotify. But we got it together. It sounds good. If you want to hear it again, crisp, all right, if you want to hear everything perfectly, we're going to make sure that Billy has time to give you the exact link and where you can find all these music so you can hear it, crispy. And, you know what I'm saying? We're kind of improvising right now to make sure we can at least play it over our live stream and over our broadcast. But listen, Billy, we got the other joint, though, too. So we got the one, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Karma 2.0. Tell me about Karma 2.0. I want to rock this one now.
Yeah, I'm actually happy that he called in and said what he said. I'm not gonna lie to you. That just hearing responses like that really make my day. That means what I'm doing is really reaching the point that I wanted to reach. So shout outs to him for really calling in. Right. But with Karma 2.0, I had originally released my first album, I guess you can call it, body of work. I'd rather place it like that. I don't really believe at that point it was an album, but I released my first project, Lost in the Woods, back in high school. And that's when I had released a single on there called Karma, which was kind of okay, a little slow of a tempo, and it was more of like a singing kind of jazzy ballad kind of track. However, again, I believe Eam Triplin also made this one. He made a lot of the song beats off of the Billy 3. Okay. But Karma 2.0, when I first heard that one, I knew that was just gonna be it. Like, it needed that little bit of bop to it. That song just to me is like the perfect club record for ending the night you know, being alone in the car, you and your significant other. Like Karma 2.0 is one of my personal favorite tracks that I've actually done.
All right, let's check this out. And like I said, we're gonna give you all the information that you can go and listen to this music, and go on Spotify and hear it in the best possible quality and add it to your playlist and all that good stuff in a minute. This is Blly Kahz. Name this joint is called 2.0. Let's check this one out real quick. K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards!
I made this about a bitch I really love. But she'll never love me back. I hope you hear this.
Baby girl, you looking good tonight. Might take you back to the hood tonight. I'm tryna see what you into. I might peel off in the Benz coupe. Baby girl, you looking good tonight. Might take you back to the hood tonight. I'm tryna see what you're into. If I'm special, put me on your menu. I'm a winner, I've been winning. They telling me, boy, you can't lose. She told me she open and I ain't talking no canned food. Told her let me holler, I'll show her just how a man do. Maybe she'll be wifey and maybe we'll start a fam too. Maybe I'll be happy, there's nothing else that we can do. Pull me out the trenches and stop me from hitting scams too. Always kept it honest, we didn't fuck up the plan. Ooh, crazy how we treat you, my jersey up in the stands. Ooh, settled, yeah girl, it's settled. You call me, I put my foot to the pedal. I'm trying to rock out with you, heavy metal. You're one in a million, like damn girl, you special. And you so bougie, hey how you do me. How you have the club jumping on a Tuesday. 8 shots of Henny, legs feeling woozy. This shit you only see happen in movies, yeah. Baby girl, you looking good tonight. Might take you back to the hood tonight. I'm tryna see what you're into. I might peel off in the Benz coupe, yeah. Baby girl, you looking good tonight. Might take you back to the hood tonight. I'm tryna see what you're into. If I'm special, put me on your menu, yeah.
Yeah.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
K100, you bastard!
Last 5 minutes, I'm gonna fucking take this.
All right. Stop. K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzum. We chopping it up with the homie Blly Kahz. We just rocked that other joint, Karma 2.0, that makeup, which is coming because it's coming straight off that Spotify. It's about to jump right on me. Drop, like whatever. We're gonna just play the whole album. Listen, we gotta give people, if they feeling that music, if they like that joint, we gotta give them the easiest way to find all this music, to follow you, to check out your movement, your videos, your songs. Go ahead, Billy. Tell us what's the best way they can link with you and get some of this music so they can hear more.
Perfectly. We just in perfect timing, we actually just changed everything to make sure that you guys wouldn't have no more confusions. So that is on every single social media platform you could basically think of, whether it is TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. You could find me at Blly Kahz, at BILLYKAHZ, just in case you need help on spelling that. My platform as of right now is at Official Kahz for the Blly Tape 3. Everything from this drop going forward, though, will be at Blly Kahz, though. So, just in case there's any confusion going forward with those who end up listening after this and, joining the team with us and for this ride, it'll be at Blly Kahz. I don't want you guys to be confused. Everything will be under one big name. We will be finally distributing under Blly Kahz going into 2022.
Exactly. Good stuff, fam. So listen, if you're listening to this right now, if you're on our podcast, all right, and you listen to our podcast over on Spotify right now, then go jump on over to the artist page, Blly Kahz, BILLYKAHZ, KAHZ, Kahz. All right, everybody knows how to spell Billy Kahz. Go over there and check him out, man. He's got some pretty good music. I actually, like I was telling you guys, I don't say that often about a lot of my interviews, but yeah, I was trying to fix the audio issue that we had earlier when I couldn't get the other files to play. And I already had it loaded up as a backup plan because I didn't know whether or not it was going to give me some problems once I started the show live. So, and I just happened to just let the album, that's correct over there, Billy Kahz, Sauce Boss over there on Instagram. Someone's asking how to spell it. So listen, I was just letting it play in the background, after I was just checking for the music and everything, and I was like, you know what? This shit kind of slide. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just kind of slide right here. Dude kind of sliding a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a great conversation, homie. I wish you nothing but success, because you sound like you're a pretty intelligent brother. You got your head on your shoulders, and you understand the importance of your team and everybody that's helping you out. So, the sky's the limit with you, bro. And also the fact that, you're putting out some music that's more on a positive note when we've got all this complete insanity and craziness and death and shooting and stabbing going on in hip hop. Yeah, we need we need more Billys in the space, for sure.
Yes, sir.
And I'll let y'all figure out the rest of that.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah, I'll let y'all figure out the rest of it. What I'm talking about. I mean, I'm pretty sure you know. All right, so listen, fam. I'll be seeing you, bro. And again, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys for who may be watching over here on Instagram. If you would like to get a direct line interview with K100 Radio, all you have to do is go to K100Radio.com. All right, everything is always K100 Radio with us, K100 Radio or K100_radio. But K100Radio.com, go to the services page and then slide down to promotional interviews, and boom. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we go live on our broadcast. Thanks everybody that's listening over on the website, everybody who downloaded our mobile app, TuneIn Radio, however you listen to this live, outside of the social media live streams. Thank you guys. All right. My man Billy, man, I'll catch you next time, fam. All right, bro?
Yes, sir. Hopefully, I can't wait till you guys have me back. It was wonderful sitting here with you and getting a chance to actually, explain my process and get to learn what, you guys do down there in Georgia. Yeah. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Hey, and if you're ever coming down to Atlanta, let us know, man. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Maybe check our page, because a lot of events down here that I feel like you should touch your stage on a couple of places down here in Atlanta. So. I think you'll be accepted in a couple of different spaces down here. I think they'll rock with you. All right?
Thank you. We'll definitely stay in touch.
All right, man. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Before we go, because I don't know if I'm doing Ill or Kill tomorrow, because I've got a hectic week. You know what I'm saying? Family coming to town for the holiday and all that. I know a lot of y'all don't necessarily love celebrate these folks' holiday, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, okay. All right. Fine. Cool. I get it. All right. Whatever. But I'm going to enjoy my folks this week. You know what I'm saying? I got family coming to town. So I don't think I'm going to have the time to do Ill or Kill. So I may not be talking to you guys before Christmas, before the holiday. So if I don't, just enjoy your holidays, man. Be safe. There's a lot going on in hip-hop right now. There's a lot of negativity surrounding the culture, surrounding the art in the news over the past couple of weeks. A lot of high-profile artists have had their life taken violently, and of course, hip-hop always gets the tag. It's always hip-hop's fault. It's always us as a people or as a culture. I just want to make sure that everybody just stay safe this holiday season, and really just if you're doing music and you're moving forward, man, just really consider kind of how you move and kind of how you say and what you put out into the universe, man. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the hip-hop came from the streets, so there's always going to be an element of the streets in it. I don't think that'll ever change because of the nature of the genre. It's where it came from. How can you remove it? If you remove it completely, then it stops being what it is. But we can do better. We can definitely do better. You dig? All right. So condolences to any family members of anybody that's recently lost someone that's in the industry. And there's been a couple of people here in Atlanta that we've lost that had nothing to do with violence. They just passed away from natural causes and stuff that's in the industry. So again, to my music family and friends, I love y'all, man. I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all for rocking with K100 Radio for another year. 2022 is upon us, and we're gonna be here as long as I possibly can keep this thing rolling. We 10 years strong on this thing, man. K100 Radio, I'll see you guys next time.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
You know the drill.
K100, you bastards. You bastards.
Do you want that old thing back, like songs by Outkast, 3 6 Mafia, and UGK? Then tune in to the Down and the Dirty Mix show with J Praz and DJ T Did That on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. right here on the award-winning K100 Radio.
MidwestMixtapes.com, the #1 website for Midwest rap. MidwestMixtapes.com. They promote and market albums, mixtapes, singles, and videos. MidwestMixtapes.com. They can get you on DJ conference calls, blogs, and email blasts. MidwestMixtapes.com. They work with several magazines, college radio campaigns, and street teams in multiple cities.
Check 1 2 1 2.
What up? You know what it is, Mr. Miguel.
This is the boy Future.
2 Chainz. B.O.B. right here.
You're smack dab in the hottest hip hop and R&B mixes